In this part of the Canon EF Lens 101 series, we're going to cover macro lenses. Lenses that help make little details seem big. So what is macro photography? Macro photography is all about photographing objects that are really close to the lens. See, most lenses have a minimum focusing distance and they won't let you focus on things that are just inches away from the lens. But special macro lenses, like Canon's EF 100, let you get really close. Macro photography is great for photographing things like flowers, insects, jewelry. For example, if you wanted to get really close to show off the detail on a flower, a macro lens works great. Or let's say you wanted to photograph some seashells on the beach. Not only do macro lenses let you get super close to show off all the intricate details and patterns on the shells, but they also do a great job of creating that soft, blurry background that really helps those patterns and details stand out. So let's talk about some tips on using macro. First thing is, you're probably going to want to be on a tripod. With macro, you're shooting so close that any camera movement becomes really apparent in the final photo. Next, if you have one, using a remote cable release or even the camera's auto timer so that you're not shaking the camera when you press the shutter. Focus is really important. You want to focus on the part of the subject you want to be the sharpest. And when it comes to macro, f-stops can be really important. Let's say you're shooting a flower at a low f-stop at like f2.8. Even though you're focusing on one part of the flower, not only does the background become out of focus, but the rest of the flower itself can quickly become out of focus and blurry too. So you may need to increase your f-stop to maybe f11 or even higher to bring more of the flower into focus. Now here's one more tip. Even though macro lenses are designed for close-up work, they also work great for other types of photography, especially portraits. Canon's 100mm and 180mm macro lenses are favorites among some of the portrait photographers out there. As for lenses, Canon has a total of 6 macro lenses which range in focal lengths depending on just how close you want to get to your subjects. And for those of you that want to get into macro even deeper, make sure you look at the NPE 65mm, which lets you photograph a subject at up to 5 times its normal life size. Now, next up in the series, we're going to switch gears and we're going to go really wide with the unique perspective of a fisheye lens.